Welcome to the Bear Fam Show with your hosts, Garrett the Bear and Chloe. Here on the Bear Fam Show, we talk about a lot of random things that you guys might enjoy. So if you do enjoy, subscribe to the channel for more. And without further ado, let's get right into today's episode. Welcome back to another episode of the Bear Fam Show. Here I am with my co-host, Chloe. What's good?
It's good. As you can see, we have changed location.
Yeah. But this is about the listening experience, not necessarily the visual experience.
Fair enough.
So, I mean, it's cool that we're in a different spot, though. It is what it is. But today, we have a very interesting topic for you guys. It's going to be music. We're talking about music today. Different types of music. We play music. We sing it
I major in it.
Chloe majors in it. We like listening to it. We play it, listen to it, sing it, shout it, scream it, cry it, all the different things you do with it. We do it. So, without further ado, let's hop right into the conversation. So, what you been listening to lately? What's your favoritist? Like, okay, let me get a more specific question. What do you think so far right now is your most favorite thing to listen to? Like song? Yeah, just what's your favorite song right now?
My favorite song right now.
This very second, if you had to pick a song to listen to first, what would you listen to?
Probably "Kill My Mind" by Louis. I love that song.
See, that song, I always skip it. Not gonna lie.
Why?
Like, it's one of my skips.
Really?
I like, of that album, I like Too Young.
Yeah, that's a good
I
one.
like Defenseless.
Yeah.
No, those two are good.
Oh, I also like
Oh, and Only the Brave. I like that one.
Yeah, that's good. I just like his album.
It's a good album.
In my opinion, and I know I've told you this before, I was obsessed with One Direction since like
Weren't we all?
6th grade.
Basically, since they came out. Like the
no.
year after they came out, you found out about them.
Yeah, okay, it was 7th grade whenever I was beginning to be obsessed. They, like, as most people know, they all auditioned as solo people on the X Factor and they got put together. I think they would not have done well as soloists before One Direction happened.
Definitely not.
One Direction had to happen before they could all go solo.
And see, I was talking to Maddie about this today. The fact that they were a group to start, and they kind of like, they started as a group, so they had that leeway to kind of learn music and to learn like the theory and the ideas of it. To where now, as solo artists, they going into a solo career with all that knowledge.
And they're just so much better.
Like the last 2 albums was like genuinely good. Like it was not juvenile. It was like musically sound.
Yeah, for sure.
It was very musically sound.
And it wasn't just like the top 3 people, like Harry, Liam, and Zayn.
Everybody was making it good.
Everyone was making it good.
Because they could all do it now.
Well,
Because
yeah.
they could all hit the notes. They could all do the harmonies. That kind of
At
stuff.
the beginning, really the only people who could really sing like great were Liam and Zayn, and sometimes Harry.
Yeah.
Because you never heard Louis or Niall sing by themselves ever until like later albums.
Yeah.
And right now, honestly, okay, well, Louis and Harry are like my favorites, and then Niall.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Harry's my top
And
favorite.
we'll get to that in a minute because
Yeah.
I was going to ask that question about
Yeah.
the whole 5.
Well, I'll
But
get
what I
more
was
to
thinking
that.
earlier is they made the group. They had the group. That was what got them to where they are now, as far as like talent and as far as knowledge. So imagine the quality of music when they get back together. Because we all know it's a win. It's a win.
It is a win.
It's a win. It'll be within the next 2 years, guaranteed.
You think?
2 or 3 or 5. I remember I said 2025. By 2025, they'll be back together.
Yeah.
They will have 1 album out by 2025 as a new group.
Yeah, really?
I think that. I
You
genuinely.
don't think it's gonna just be like a reunion tour, like
No.
New Kids on the Block?
Well, they could make a reunion album. They could just do the rehashing
That's
of
true.
other songs.
What's
Rehashing.
wrong with rehashing?
What's wrong with rehashing? Anyway, so the group, they're going to be so much better coming back.
Oh my
Quality
God.
of music. Because could you imagine them singing like, like History or like,
Well, like,
If I Could Fly or like
they can't
Fool's
really do
Gold
that because
together?
Zayn wasn't in the last album.
So he had parts in all of them. He had parts, but they just didn't. They replaced his parts.
Oh, okay.
So like they can make it for 5.
Yeah.
Like they could take out like some of the parts that Liam did.
And I think
Liam and
Zayn's
Zayn are in the
parts-
similar range.
I think Liam and Harry kind of did Zayn's parts once he left.
Right.
So
Like Drag Me Down, that really long. Drag me down.
yeah, that's Harry.
That would have been Zayn.
That would've been Zayn.
That would have been Zayn 100%.
Absolutely.
So they have spots for him, so he could fill it in.
Yeah.
And they had the songs, they were singing the songs, then he quit on the new album. So it's not like he doesn't know the songs.
True.
Or at least a few. But anyway, on to the next part. I was gonna ask you, out of the 5 solo albums of theirs, rank them best to worst in your opinion. Or not like solo albums per se, but like their solo careers in general.
Okay. Let's see.
Like the music you've heard from all of them. And I've listened to more of everybody.
I truly haven't listened to a lot of Liam and Zayn. Just like their singles I've listened to.
Yeah.
I need to like listen to like Zayn's newest. I've heard it's so good.
I'm getting ready to put together, or I want to put together like a playlist on Spotify of every single solo song every single one of them's done.
Isn't that it's essentially my One Direction, but things are complicated?
Yes, but they've come up with new stuff since I made that, or since I added on to it.
Okay.
So, anyway, so your top 5 in order, best to worst.
Well, it's not even best to worst because none of them are bad.
Well, no, it's like your favorite to your least favorite.
Let's see. Are we talking just like solo careers?
Just career in general, the music they've made as a whole, what you've listened to.
Harry, Niall, and Louis are tied for second.
Mm-hmm.
Zayn, Liam.
Okay, respect. I think mine is very similar, except it's not a tie for second. It's Niall over Louis by just a close margin.
Yeah.
The thing with that is, though, like, Louis only had 1 album come out.
He's had several singles.
He's had several singles, which didn't make the album, which was unfortunate.
Honestly, like,
'Cause Miss You, that was a good song.
Bop.
That was a bop.
Such a bop.
But it didn't go in the album, which was really annoying. But the thing with, Harry is just far and away the best.
Absolutely.
But the thing with Niall that gives him the edge over Louis is that he has 2 albums out. Mm-hmm. Not only does he have 2 albums, but he's had a song in a movie.
That's true.
And
I forgot about that.
He's done a lot more like live shows, and he's toured. Louis
true.
hasn't like legitimately toured. I mean, like he's toured, but like
he's done like European tours.
He hasn't done like a worldwide tour. Whereas Niall has done one, and was actually getting ready to do another one, as far as I know. I think he was going to tour Heartbreak Weather at some point.
That's what got canceled, and that's why he's doing the live stream.
Exactly.
Which I have a ticket for, and I'm so excited.
Let's go.
Oh my gosh, it's so cool.
So my list would be Harry, then Niall, then Louis. I honestly want to say Zayn and Liam, because Zayn has more singles that are better that I've listened to.
Yeah.
And
I like his voice.
The Liam's album, I've listened to it, and it's not my style exactly.
Yeah.
Like it's more of a pop, like almost rap type of deal, which is it's good. Like it's a good album, but I think I like Zayn's style better.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I'm gonna go Harry, then Niall, then Louis, then Zayn and Liam.
Okay,
but it's all like super close except for.
So instead of ranking like their solo careers, let's go back to like the One Direction days. Rank the members.
Oh, like, what do you mean, like quality or your favorite?
Just your favorites, just how it, like just incorporating everything. Kind of like how Louis my favorite.
Well, I was always a Harry guy. I liked Harry from the beginning.
I think mine would go Louis, Harry, Niall.
I feel like you're gonna say Liam Zayn.
I want to, but I don't at the same time. I guess they're tied for 4th.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say Harry, then Louis, then Niall. Well, okay, no, because at the time I liked Liam better than Niall. And then because Niall's evolution is insane.
Oh my god.
He's gotten so much, like, it's astronomically better. So I would say it's Harry, then actually Liam, then Louis, then Zayn, then Niall. Niall was my least.
Really?
Yeah. Just because back then he wasn't as good as he is now.
That's true.
Well, he also could have been good. He was just overshadowed.
Yeah.
But like now, he's arguably my favorite solo artist. Especially Flicker. That album was amazing. And I saw it live, which you just can't beat that album.
Oh, yeah.
Because it wasn't like you went to Lady Gaga or you went to One Direction, but like it was so much more intimate than that.
Oh, yeah.
Like there was,
so.
like tens of thousands of people there.
But he was acting like he was just in a pub.
Well, it was like that, and the style of music, the folksy, like that kind of stuff. The stuff that he played was like, you felt like you were just there with him, like you were singing along and everything. It was like you were just up there with him chilling.
Yeah.
And it was so cool.
I'm so upset that I didn't really cherish that One Direction concert I went to, because that was freshman year of high school, and I did not cherish it enough as much as I should have. Like, I wish I could go back and just relive that, because it would have been so
Well, hey,
cool.
you know, whenever they come back, we'll book
We're
a ticket.
going!
We'll get a ticket.
But then I was older when we saw Lady Gaga. I think that was my senior year of high school. And it was a miracle I got to go, honestly, because Mom's friend was sick the day I'm like, Mom, please take me. And that was cool because we were like on the floor, and we were like, if we were like in rows, we would have been like 4th row back from the stage.
Oh yeah, you were in the
We were in the
mosh
nosebleed.
pit.
Yeah, we were in the nosebleeds for One Direction. But
Yeah.
Lady Gaga's was cool because like she had just brought out like Joanne, so that was her last.
That was a bop of an album.
That was her last studio album. Now she's on Vegas. But she also plays like the classic ones from like the early times, like Bad Romance, Poker Face, things like that. But the quality of her work has always been so good to me, because like,
Well, she's a professional.
she's completely professional. She went to school for this. She's been taught by some of the most amazing vocal coaches, and
she's just talented.
she's so talented.
Like, you
And
can't be
people
this good and not be talented.
People don't see that because they can't look past her, like,
Her image.
her crazy image, because that's just how she's always been.
And that's why a lot of people like lost respect for like Miley Cyrus.
Yeah.
Like, she's always
She's
been
still amazing.
she's better now, honestly.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But people respected her more then, even though she wasn't as good.
Yeah.
And people think she's worse now because of her image.
But like,
And like,
yeah, image is important, but you gotta look at the raw like talent.
well, a lot of people don't appreciate the musician. They just appreciate the music and how it makes
Yeah,
them feel.
that's true.
Which is,
But
you know,
back
it's
to
how it's music's all about, and that's just art in general. It's how you interpret it as a viewer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But back to Lady Gaga, the reason why I would say Joanne is my favorite album is because it's so personal to her. And, like, you can feel that. I cried at that concert
Oof.
because it was just so moving. And she talked about a person she wrote a song about, and she said that she died because she was, like, dying when she was talking about, like, and wrote the song. But then she said she died. That's when I cried. But, it's so moving. And that's also why I like Louis so much. Because
of two of us.
Two of Us. Oh my god, that song. Oh, that gets me
And that's probably another reason why he has been slower
Well, yeah, because his
on
mom
pace
died.
than everybody else. Like, Zayn's got his new singles. I think he's got 2 albums out.
Yeah.
If not 1 and some songs. Liam is working on another one. Harry's got 2. Niall's got 2.
They're both probably working
They're
on
probably working on number 3.
Ooh.
And I'm excited for LT too. I'm so.
Oh my god, the second album.
Because I feel like the first one, it's like, it's so good, but it could be so much better.
Oh my god, it could be so much better.
Because I feel like part of the reason Kill My Mind isn't really my favorite, it doesn't really fit, I don't think.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because like the rest is more like mellow, like, whereas that one's like, you know.
Well, it's a good opener. It's definitely a good opener.
It's a
for
good
the
opener,
album.
but not for that album. I feel like if it was like a second, more rock-focused album, that's what it'd be better for. You know,
Yeah.
the second one's more like relaxed, chill,
Mm-hmm.
like. I feel like that's better on Louis' style. Like I feel like have you seen the videos where like he covers "Drag Me Down" in concert?
No, I haven't.
Personally, his rendition of "Drag Me Down" is my least favorite
Yeah.
because it's just not like Niall kills it. Liam, he gets really into it. Like, he loves doing the One Direction stuff because he does it all the time. He doesn't have that much music.
Yeah.
But like, Louis, whenever he does it, it's just not really. Because I feel like part of it was he didn't have that prominent of a role in the song to begin with.
Yeah.
But it was kind of awkward. It felt like listening to that.
I can see how Niall could get really into that song because that's like right up his alley.
Yeah, and see, Louis was like it was good, but it's not his song to cover.
No.
His song to cover would be like,
Story of my life.
that's Harry's.
Oh yeah. Oh.
But like Louis would be like Little Things or like Truly Madly Deeply.
I could see him doing Truly Madly Deeply. But that's a bonus song on like the second album.
Right.
That was like a
Or
special album.
He could even do like Fool's Gold even. Like Niall did that one, and that was, whew, he killed that one.
Yes.
Because that was one of those just a dude and his guitar songs. Like nobody else did anything. He just picked it and killed it.
I honestly think though, like
Louis got a certain.
he's got such a specific niche that
Yeah.
isn't One Direction.
Yeah.
Especially now. Like
Yeah.
back then, yeah, because they were kind of like forced into it,
Right.
almost.
Now, yeah,
But
Louis is
they-
more like a love song kind of guy.
Yeah. So he might
But
be
more like a sad, mellow kind of song
yeah.
than like a passionate.
Summer Love. He would do that one really well.
He would. But like Zayn does like, he did the songs for 50 Shades of Grey.
Ooh.
Those are love songs, but those are like, you know,
A-baby love
heated,
songs.
passionate love songs as
Yeah.
opposed to like sad, you know,
Getting it on love songs.
no, just sad.
No.
You know.
No, but I mean like his Zayn's would be like getting it on.
Zayn's are
love
getting it on. Louis is just like, I miss you, I love you, like I want you, like
songs. Yeah.
please, I miss you, like that kind of thing. Like sad,
Instead of I
thinking
love
about
you.
it instead of like the actions. Like
Yeah.
it's more this town than Slow Hands.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. I like that you got that.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what
Okay,
I'm trying to think
remember
of.
whenever we were talking the other day that we were trying to remember how long ago Heartbreak Rather came out?
Was
It was
like a-
only March of this year.
That's insane.
Okay, but
I remember Fine Line dropped like Christmas of 2019.
oh my god.
'Cause I remember over Christmas break, we were listening to the songs like
Over and
he
over,
released
over
them
and over again.
No, Harry released each song like daily after like he like on YouTube he would release them daily. So like he came out with 1, 2, and like he like Lights Up came out 1st, like early in the year.
Ugh.
And then he came out with like Watermelon Sugar and
I think Adore You was before Watermelon Sugar.
no, because I remember he did Lights Up and Watermelon Sugar on Saturday Night Live whenever he hosted.
Oh,
He hosted
yeah.
and was the musical guest.
Yeah, that was such a good Saturday Night Live. I loved that.
That was where we did the piano skit and it was like Niall, Louis, Liam, and Ringo.
Ringo.
Yeah, that was funny. But like, this has been a long ass year, dude.
Oh my god. Like, whenever I was thinking about, like, Heartbreak Rather coming out in March, because I remember painting my door during isolation
Uh huh.
and listening to Heartbreak Rather on repeat, because it was a good
See,
good
that
album.
one, I feel like I beat it into my head too quick. Because
Yeah.
I don't like it as much anymore. Like, I like it. It's
Love
great. It's
Heartbreak
great when I
Rather.
listen to it. But I feel like it doesn't hit as good as Flicker does.
Yeah, I can.
That's also because I'm partial because I saw Flicker live.
Yeah.
And I feel like Heartbreak Weather live would be so good.
Oh my god. But, like,
But that's a whole different style than his Flicker album.
that's the thing with some of these people. Like Harry's a little like this too. But
Harry's a freaking chameleon.
But like Niall, especially, and comparing the two albums, they're so radically different, but still so good.
And you know, I think even, you know, Harry's debut album and Flicker, like Harry's first album to Fine Line is like Flicker is to Heartbreak Weather. Like they have the same differences.
Mm-hmm.
Like Harry's first album was more kind of like him,
Yeah.
which I guess both of them are.
Okay.
But I feel
I
like,
think okay. So here's a theory. Harry Styles, his first album was definitely a transition between One Direction and what he is now. That was definitely like the transition part of his like figuring out what he wants to do with solo.
Uh-huh.
He figured himself out a little bit more.
Feeling.
and
That was a
then-
feeling out album.
And then
Found
Fine
it.
Line is Harry.
Yeah, he's definitely developed his solo personality.
Absolutely, and it's
And like Niall,
same.
I feel like
Niall.
Niall with his first album it wasn't as much getting away from One Direction as it was like he wants to do his own thing now. He's doing
Yeah.
like all that was like him. And Heartbreak Weather is more like an evolved to him.
Yeah.
That's like kind of what he's grown into. And like I don't know. I feel like there's so much behind Harry's work and Harry's music that like it's so
You can't-
deep.
You can't really do it in one session of a podcast.
Like you really can't you can't comprehend what is all in it, like because it's so much. Like he's just such a deep individual,
Honestly.
and like you can't really pick him apart.
And that's the beauty of Harry Styles. I'm so upset that his concert got canceled.
It didn't get canceled; it got postponed.
Okay, it got
so we're
postponed,
gonna
but,
see it next year, September.
2021 though.
Yeah, but what I keep saying,
I know he's gonna come out with
More
new
music.
and it's gonna be better, but like,
and he may even, you know, for the sake of us having to miss it for a year, make it longer.
ooh,
Did you ever think of that?
or maybe do something that Niall's doing with the live stream,
I don't know. I feel like Harry's just gonna grind out more music
maybe.
or release like an EP.
Ooh, I like that.
Like he could do an alternate Watermelon Sugar, alternate this, alternate that. That'd be dope.
Not gonna lie. Okay, I always have such a tough time trying to figure out what song's my favorite on Fine Line.
It's hard to beat Sunflower, honestly.
See, I think
But also Watermelon Sugar.
I think that. I think Watermelon Sugar. I think Canyon Moon. I think Lights Up. Just cause, oh my god, he's so sexy in that video, and I just can't stand it. Honestly, same with Watermelon Sugar though. But then like, Golden is great too.
See, you've named off like 80% of the songs on the
I know,
album.
and I can't stand it.
Well, okay, top 3. Like, if you were to hit shuffle on Fine Line, and one song will come up, but like, you know how when you hit shuffle, like you hit shuffle again until you want the one that was like, what's the first song you'd play out of that album if you could pick it in any order?
Either Golden or Watermelon Sugar.
The first 2 songs on the album.
Well, they're bops. I'm sorry.
I think we just have different, like, we like the different. See, I don't know why, but I always am drawn to, like, say if there's like 13 songs on an album.
Or Sunflower.
See, okay, I'm getting to that. Say if there's like, okay, Fine Line had what, 13, 12? 13. Golden, Watermelon Sugar, Adore You, Lights Up, Falling, Cherry, To Be So Lonely, She, Sunflower, Canyon Moon.
Treat People with Kindness.
12.
Fine Line.
12. Say there's 12 songs on an album.
Oh, I forgot about Treat People with Kindness.
I'm always drawn to like 6 through 10. Like that area, like the back third of the album, I'm always drawn to for some reason. Or even the middle third. Like the first song is always like to grab your attention, and they always tend to put like their hit, like 2nd through 5th.
Yeah.
So like Niall's album, This Town was his first single,
Yeah.
2nd on the album. Watermelon Sugar, 2nd on the album. Sign of the Times, 2nd on the album.
Sign of the Times.
Louis, what's
What's the 2nd on his album?
It goes Kill My Mind, then Don't Let It Break Your Heart, I think.
And then
that's like 2nd or 3rd.
And the Two of Us is 3rd.
Okay, but like their singles are always like in the first third of the album.
Yeah, but then like.
And then. And like Liam's album, I think Strip That Down's like anywhere from like 2nd to 5th. And then I don't know about Zayn's. I haven't listened to his in order. But the thing, like, they have like the ones that everybody knows at the beginning.
Yeah.
But the end are the ones that you gotta stick around for, and I like those the best.
Yeah, I bought that shirt on Etsy with like the scat he does at the end on of Sunflower.
Sunflower.
And no one, I understand because it's kind of confusing to like read it, and also you kind of have to have a lot of prior knowledge to like do it. But like that's like my favorite shirt to wear. If I could wear that shirt every day, I would.
Yeah. But like, okay, so let me go back to my examples. Fine Line, my favorite song is like Sunflower. The Sunflower, Canyon Moon area, like those 2, I really like. I like Watermelon Sugar. That's obvious. That's just a hit.
Yeah.
Adore You is good. Lights Up is good. But like my number 1 favorite is Sunflower, and that's like 8th or 9th, 8th or 9th. It's 9th.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 9th on the album out of 12. In Flickr, there's I think 12 or 13 songs. And On My Own is one of my favorites, and that's like 9th, 8th or 9th. It's in the back, in the back half.
I think the back half theory comes into play for me on Harry's first album. Kiwi's my all-time favorite song on that
That's
album.
a bop.
That and Sign of the Times, but again, Sign of the Times is just a bop. Like that's a hit. Everyone likes Sign of the Times.
Right. I'm trying to think of the order of that one. That was Meet Me in the Hallway, Sign of the Times, Carolina. That was a good one.
Ooh.
4 was.
Oh, Ever Since New York is right after Kiwi.
That's a good one.
Song.
That's one of my favorites on the album. Partially because I can play it, but I really like that song.
We're gonna look at the order.
Look up the order. I really dig. Like, comment down below if you guys understand what we're talking about. Like the back half of the album.
Oh, I forgot I played Gary Come Home.
It has the hidden bops in it. For sure.
I played Gary Come Home to my Zoom meeting earlier today.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
Okay.
Be
It
so
goes
lonely.
Meet Me in the Hallway, Sign of the Times, Carolina, Two Ghosts,
Two Ghosts, that's a good one.
Sweet Creature, Only Angel, that's a bop. Kiwi, that's a bop. Ever Since New York, Woman, and From the Dining Table.
Yeah.
Those last four.
That album. I loved it, but I just wish there was more than 10 songs on it.
I know. Oh my God, there needs to be like a limit, a general like.
A minimum, which I guess 10 is a good minimum.
Yeah.
But like that, like it's always just the back half of the album that I really enjoy.
Honestly, I would not have been able to survive quarantine without like
Harry and Niall's solo albums.
Yeah.
if Fine Line and Heartbreak Weather did not come out when they did, it would have been a different story.
It would have been a whole different March, April, May, June, July.
Dude.
It would have been a whole different spring and summer.
Honestly. Okay, so we talked the vast majority of this podcast about One Direction and their members. What is your favorite outside of One Direction? Because I know that exists. We both have them, but I'm
okay,
trying to,
give me a second. Let me
trying
look
to
through
pick
some of my playlists.
Dude, honestly, it's hard.
Because that's really, honestly, all I listen to. Like, I go back and forth between...
I always subconsciously feel bad for that being the only thing I listen to.
Okay, I know, me too. Because I always pride myself in being someone who's, like, really open to, like, any kind of music.
But everybody has their favorites, regardless if
yeah.
you're open. So, like, you can be open and have your favorite, 100%.
Like, okay, I have a One Direction playlist. I have a Harry playlist with both his albums. I have a Niall playlist with both his albums. We have... where is it?
See, all the good playlists I made are on your account, which is annoying.
We have Heartbreak Line and Fine Weather.
Yeah, which is annoying because we could just listen to, I don't know. We just made playlists based on variations of other playlists.
Yeah, honestly. And then we also have, okay.
Didn't we have a Taco Bell playlist that we just listened to at work? Or was that like chilling? That was chilling.
That was essentially chilling. And then, honest to God, bops. It's essentially chilling plus some like heavy metal. Big Time Direction.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like you like Big Time Rush a lot more than I do. Like the vast majority.
Yeah, I enjoy Big Time Rush, but I haven't listened to him in a hot sec just because, like, my go-tos whenever I go to, like, main campus to go to my head class, my go-to is either the Harry playlist or One Direction playlist.
Gotcha.
But
I haven't even been much on the One Direction lately. I've been more listening to Louis' album.
Oh, Louis also good.
I've been hitting Louis' album hard recently. I've also listened to Fine Line and Heartbreak Weather.
Dang it! I'm trying to think of something other. I just remember.
I'll tell you what I like. I've been listening to Best of John Denver in Spotify and Best of Guns N' Roses.
Ooh, honestly, Guns N' Roses hits completely different.
Dude, it's when I hear the opening riff to Sweet Child of Mine, it just gives me a different feeling of like happiness in my entire soul that you just can't describe. Like it's. Listening to Slash play guitar is just another level of amazing.
Man, I want to say best song ever because that's one of my favorite songs of all time. But that's One Direction.
What other songs do you like love besides One Direction or variants thereof?
I'm trying to look.
Oh, you know, another Guns N' Roses song I really like is November Rain.
Oh.
That was like 8 minutes long, but oh my god, it's so good. So good, dude.
Born This Way. Lady Gaga.
Okay. We've talked about her, though. Something else.
Dang it!
That's a good one, though. That's a good one.
The whole Lucky Old Son album by Kenny Chesney.
Yes.
That is amazing.
Dude. If you're looking, I always used to fall asleep to that album because, like, oh, it's just so good.
Okay, honestly though, like, and I've said this many times, but I know I said that I'm like, I pride myself in like liking different music. I cannot stand country music most of the time. There's very, very, very little, like, there are very few exceptions. Garth Brooks, Kenny Chesney, Rascal Flatts,
Johnny Cash,
John Denver.
John Denver, I would say, is almost more folk.
True.
But he's got country, and he's a country folk artist.
I'm still gonna say that.
Yeah, it's country.
But 5 that I can think of right off the top of my head.
Yeah. I like country. I like Johnny Cash, Rascal Flatts, Kenny Chesney, Garth Brooks, John Denver. Some, like, the occasional Alan Jackson song, the occasional...
Like one.
The occasional, like, Zach Brown Band, Chicken Fried.
Okay, that's it.
Like, there's song like Sweet Home Alabama. I like that. Like, there's certain artists that I like better, and then there's certain songs. Like a lot of country is individual songs for me. Like some people that I've known in the past only listen to like songs. They never listen to albums. They download songs, they put them in playlists, and that's it.
That's true.
Whereas we are more album people. We shuffle albums, we listen to albums in order. We know albums, we know the songs that are not as well known.
Yeah, and that's not typical for most music listeners.
People are like, oh yeah, I love Watermelon Sugar. I'm like, oh, what do you think about Sunflower Volume 6? And they're like, what?
What?
And I'm like, okay, so you like the one that's played on the radio constantly. I know you as a person now. I know how you listen to music. That's all you gotta say.
Okay, that's how some of my friends are too. Because I'm like, hey, have you heard of Harry Styles? And they're like, oh my god, I love Harry Styles.
I love Adore You. I love Watermelon Sugar. I love Lights Up. Okay. Cool.
Okay, no.
Have you heard his actual like other songs?
No, listen. One of my friends was like, yeah, I like Sign of the Times with Watermelon Sugar. I'm like,
dude,
you're missing out on so much amazingness because you're so. I know, cause like I even made her listen to all of his first album and all Fine Line.
Really?
She still hasn't really listened to it.
Well,
mostly.
that's personally, I can't stand when people try to get me to listen to stuff.
That's true.
Like when they're like, oh, you should listen to this. Like,
I don't.
Okay, I'll give it a chance, but I don't vibe with stuff right away.
Yeah.
It's very hard.
Honestly,
it's not impossible for me to vibe with something right away.
The only things that I really vibe with right away
are things you know are gonna be good.
One Direction.
Like say Harry and Niall come out with a new album. You're gonna vibe with that right away because you are comfortable. We hope you guys enjoyed today's episode of the Bear Fam Show, and if you enjoyed, be sure to subscribe to this channel with notification bell turned on. That way you are always notified when we upload a new video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we will see you all again next week. You can subscribe to Garrett the Bear's main channel using the link in the description of this video. You can also follow Garrett the Bear and Chloe on Instagram using the links in the description.